Greetings. So it's been some time since I've discussed anything about the Gorean lifestyle and I felt like making a video. And this video is one that is somewhat important to me because it concerns how free women are quite often treated by others within the Gorean lifestyle. Now, within the Gore books that the lifestyle are based on, free women do, while they are submissive to their male counterparts, they do enjoy quite a bit of respect. There are quotes that, for example, say free women can say whatever she damn well pleases, as long as she is willing to accept the consequences of her words. No one, man or woman, have any right to deny her what she wants to say. It is mentioned repeatedly how much a free woman is respected, how men stand when a free woman comes into the room. Basically, if you see how free women are treated within the book, and to compare it sort of, you would say a 1950s wife. Women were submissive to their male counterparts, yes, but at the same time, they were very respected. Men would stand and pull out chairs for a woman to sit. If there were no seats left on the bus, a man would stand so a woman could sit. If a man saw a woman struggling with her bags, he would offer to carry them for her. Basically, women were submissive, yes, but at the same time, they were to be very much protected and respected. And another very good example would be within the 300 movie, when Xerxes' messenger comes to speak with Leonidas, and Queen Gorgo basically disses the man, tells him no, this isn't gonna happen. And the messenger said, "Do you allow a woman to speak to somebody, an important messenger?" And he says, and I don't actually remember if it's her or if it's King Leonidas himself that says, only a Spartan woman can carry a Spartan man. So, and then he kicks him down a well. So basically, within, and it's very much the same line of that. It is presented in the Gore books. Free women are accorded a lot of respect. Now, is this so within the lifestyle? Well, within those groups that I would actually call Gorean lifestylers, those that have based their philosophy and way of life on the books and on the societies, stories, and philosophies that inspired John Norman, I would say yes. Those few men I consider to be true Goreans, I would have no problem being subservient to. And I mean, I would have no problem with them following me home late at night, showing me the way, because I know that they would treat me with utmost respect. And they would protect me, even with their own life, if necessary, because I'm a free woman and they're a free man. However, within a lot of the lifestyle, this isn't so, and this video is less about complaining about how things are, as it's more about advice for free women about how to handle men like this. As a free woman within the Gorean lifestyle, you'll have to deal with a lot of shit. There are a lot of men who are either very afraid of women, and there are people that are attracted to the Gorean lifestyle just because they feel that they can lord over everybody who doesn't have a penis. It doesn't work like that, but that's how they think, and they get very aggressive when somebody doesn't just bend down for them. Like, for example, here the other day, I was chatting with someone, and he started treating me like a slave. telling me when you answer me, answer with short sentences. No, I'll answer or not answer your questions as I please. No, like I want. And eventually I just told him, have a good day, unless you can treat me with the respect that is offered another free. This conversation is over. And he just went on and on and on. But I thought you were Gorean. Yeah, but you obviously aren't. And this isn't the first time I've experienced this. And you will meet these people constantly. Like, for example, let's take another example. I was speaking with a slave who who generally treated free poorly. She refused to go to do any of the etiquette. She refused to accord any free with a title. And it doesn't bother me, but it does bother a lot of people. And I told her that, of course, you and your master can live your life exactly as you want. No one here can stop you, but it do reflect poorly on your master when you behave in this matter. She just went off on me. And a free man also then supported her. Oh, and it was so funny when the free woman claimed she was actually free, and then he threatened to rape me. But I told him that he was welcome to try, if he were willing to die for it. Basically, and I've even experienced this from slaves. And it's very frustrating, not just that there are single individuals that do this, but that there are entire groupings that support it. For example, Lakachira, which, yes, I do not have much nice things to say about this web page and the people supporting it, but that's for another video. Where one of the slave girls had just went on and on and on about how there were no room for free women within the Gorean lifestyle. That there were only all women were slaves and all men were masters, and the only free women she could accept were free women that acted like slaves. And yeah, and this was accepted by all the free men around. So yeah, and I am bringing up all these examples just to show some of the variations of this theme that goes on. But before this just goes into a bitch fest, let me more bring up some advice about how to handle this. One is that you can just ignore it. Generally, if you get into a group, either offline or online, that has these kind of viewpoints on free women, that, oh no, a free woman is just a slave with a few more rights, and so on and so forth, and not only the slave go on a rave like that, but the free too, you can assume that there's nothing of value to find there. These people have not understood the Gorean lifestyle, and they're not worth your effort. Just tell them to have a nice day and go away, because generally these people are not Goreans. They may claim to be Gorean, but they aren't. Another thing that you can do if you bother, that can put them in their place, is to match quote for quote, because these generally are the same as the quote to pumping Goreans, and I made a video about that before. In general, they will come on with all sort of quotes about how women are supposed to be submissive to men. Yeah, but there's also a lot of quotes about how men are supposed to be respectful to free women. So every time they throw up one of their quotes about how all women are submissive to men, just throw up one quote about how men are supposed to respect free women. And generally then one of two things will happen. Either they will have to actually change their behavior. If they're gonna say you have to behave like the quotes say, they either have to change their behavior or be proven hypocrites. And then you got them. But generally, I think it isn't worth the effort. Now, one thing I do not recommend you doing is just going off on them. Because part of behaving like a free woman is behaving like a lady. So generally what I do when I meet these people is to tell them, I think you have misunderstood. I am free. So if you want this conversation to continue, you will have to treat me as another free person. If they then don't change their behavior, I just tell them, have a good day, and I leave. That really is the simplest way to deal with them. In some cases, when there are direct threats, I do actually recommend putting force against force, because that is one of the ways that you can actually prove that you're free. And that is to, like the one that threatened to rape me. I told him, by all means, if you want to come to my door and try to do that, you first have to go through my free companion, and then you have to go through me. If you are willing to risk losing your life, because I will fight to the death, if you are willing to basically give up your life to come here to try to rape and enslave me, then you are strong enough to do so. But do think very carefully if that's something it's worth it for you. He hasn't come to my door yet. Basically, at times you have to put some muscle behind it and actually speak like a free. However, again, acting like a lady is not necessarily challenging these people. It's just when they directly challenge your freedom, do meet that challenge. At other points, it's better to just don't give them the gift of your time. Now, one thing that is a point is that if everybody just not speak with these people, then their twisted worldview is the only thing that people will find when they search for the Gorean lifestyle and so on and so forth. And if your point is to basically have it on record that you refute them, then that's a worthy goal. Like, for example, this slave girl that went on and on and on and on and on about how the free women had no place in the Gorean lifestyle. I did write a post, refuted her claims, and she of course went off on me. I did not bother to reply to her basically response to that, but I did post that comment because when people then search, they will find that there are different views to this. However, sometimes it is better that instead of replying to these people in anger, you just go to your own blog, make a YouTube video like I'm doing here, and write on your Facebook page, do whatever, write things from your point of view. Because then people will find that too instead of just finding arguments. Because what these people can do, they can make fools out of themselves by how little they understand the Gorean lifestyle. However, you choose if they'll make fools out of you as well. And it behooves a lady to let a man have the last word. Just make sure that the words that you have put in there count. So, yeah, I think it's important as free women not to be dissuaded by these people, because really they haven't understood it. Because of all the people that call themselves Goreans out there, I would say perhaps 10% actually are, because there's so many people who have never read the books. They have never sat down after they have read the books and thought about what this really means. What I have done is I've played games on Second Life or just read some posts online, and then they have a list of quotes they have gotten from the internet, and then thinking, woo, a lifestyle where all the women are submissive and will do whatever I say because I have a penis. And some of these people will eventually learn They will eventually start to read the books, develop their points of view, and they will see that basically the Gorean lifestyle is not just BDSM with a science fiction twist, but most of them won't, because they are not mature enough to accept a philosophy, to live by a philosophy. All I'm thinking about is slave milking. So yeah, I think it's important with how to handle these people to always take the higher ground. Act like a lady. Defend your freedom. Get your point of view out there. Um, refute what they're saying either directly to them or in a separate avenue so that you the right point of view is actually also out there. But don't give them the time of day. Don't waste a lot of time and effort on them because they're not Goreans. They're not your peers. And they're not worth it. And I also think it's very important not to give up. I know a lot of Gorean ladies who just left the lifestyle because they're so tired of these jackasses. And yeah, it gets frustrating at times because they can go on and on and on about how quote A says such and such and such, and quote B said such and such and such. Not that that really matters if you don't understand the points behind the quotes, but anyway, they are, if the quotes say such, that's how it has to be. But they ignore the quotes that say how should a Gorean man treat a Gorean woman. Before I end this video, let me just give you a few hints of how I think a Gorean man should treat a Gorean woman and the other way around. A Gorean free man should try to be the strong part. The strong part is not the one that screams the loudest. He should let his natural dominance flow. He should expect a respect, but he should also act in a way that induces that respect. He should expect subservience from Gorean females, but not to the point of a slave. He should not expect a woman not to speak back to him. He should not expect a free woman to not speak her mind. But he should expect her to respect him as a male, as somebody stronger than her. And also, as somebody who is stronger than the female, he should be willing to die to protect that female. He should treat her with utmost respect, speak politely to her. I'm not saying that you should necessarily call a woman lady and all of those things, but don't call her girl. Don't speak to her in the third person, but that you can do to slaves. It's a way to say, I see you as a slave. Don't do that. Use a free woman's name. If you want to be formal, you can say ma'am, or you can go by lady. Don't address her as girl, or address her like, she has a nice weekend, because no, that's how you speak to a slave. Don't speak to her as a child, don't call her little one, just use her name and speak to her normally and respectfully. And listen to her views, because she, like you, are free. Yes, she's below you in rank because she's a woman, but she is still somebody deserving of respect and consideration as she is free. Now, for the other way around, how should a woman treat a free man? You should always remember when speaking with a male that here you have somebody who most likely is stronger than you. And also, it doesn't behoove a lady to go into contest with a man. Now, I argue with men all the time, it's not that, but it's never wise to try to belittle a man. Let the men lead, but that doesn't mean you have to give up your own voice. And as a free person, you can say no. You should do so respectfully when addressing somebody who is stronger than you, who has a higher rank than you. You should speak with a free man. Normally and respectfully use his name, or if you want to speak formally, you can use sir. Do not use master or jarl, because this is ways a slave addresses a man. Address him as you would anybody else, but try to remember that you're speaking with somebody who is strong enough to take power over you if he so desires. And measure your words and voice after that, and always remember that while you have the right to say whatever you want to him, you do so at your own risk. You have to accept the consequences. That's one of the points of being free. You have to accept the consequences of your actions. So don't awake the sleeping dragons. Don't anger a free man unless you are willing to accept the consequences of that. But you should always remember that he's a man and you're a woman, and he is stronger than you. So yeah, that is my video. And to those idiots that can't see the difference between a free woman and a slave, actually read the books. Think about it a few times. So yeah, to everybody else, thank you for watching my video. Have a great day. Blessed be.